Iswa. Medesa infonyu ya abada. Sky Sports and omo aye a compilation of summer transfer ya wumi Premier League clubs no any sika o ma spende ewo ho e ma me be ka che o se okay kan nyina abomu a it is around 1.4 billion pounds already. Now rich se o share graphic na Liverpool pa na spend this sika any other Premier League club. Now eto asumu because Liverpool has done Liverpool aye some signings bebree and the monies that have been involved in those signings, you know. Okay, Abba. The sika Liverpool echia for some players, even without adding Hugo Ekitike, was around this. Then they added Hugo. Then it took them to the top of the spenders. Mabe Cheche Muahada say Liverpool were planning, and that Antonio Motono is to replace players via omu elusive free team. Rich, me a certain worry be, and I don't know whether Liverpool ever planned before it. But omunyan demonstrating tina abia, I am getting ahead of them, Anna. Now, Rich, this is my worry. A woman say Liverpool and a G Premier League na etwemuno. But as antimemu etaka say Mr. Rich, a dominisa doso ntakrache. And even an slot in himself, since in here Liverpool will be the target of all the teams because omuno champions. Now, Rich, then you need to build squad in depth. Anya Shekrano, assuming say we admit say Liverpool player be what to be is to replace someone. And he trying to call Yano Mukofa from Pobishemu. Fofian Twata and Abrantia, your friend Diogo Jota Efrimu. And they say that is the reason why they brought in Hugo Ekitike. Yes. They brought in for him vets. They thought Andy Robertson will leave, Simikas will leave. That is the reason why they went in for Milos Kekech. Now they're planning on people lose good. But Rich, this is where me worry some no Efriba. Uko Premier League, you know, official website one. Since you know, Rich, in Premier me no Kasia Mijina. These are Liverpool registered defenders. In Premier Mijina Heyo. Now, Rich, out of these defenders, how many do you count as proper centre halves? Let's go through it. Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, Ibrahim Konate. Rich, so we the first three free one. Omo marketing are not their defenders. A be a right back, a be a left back. Even Nkrano, none of them are established centre half. Last season, no Liverpool ever Van Dijk any Ibrahim Konate pa 4 and 5. Sena Bakuniwa player no be shame quickly was Kwanzaa. They sold Kwanzaa to Bayern 04 Leverkusen. But Rich, you look at the squad and they've not replaced him. They've not. Number 2, Liverpool our challenge in extending the contract of Ibrahim Konate. If you say you want to go back to France and play for Paris Saint-Germain, and you see there be Real Madrid at a penny up until you want to leave. So, and now I can say, established centre halves at Liverpool, aka 3 now can there's an asterisk on 1 who has not committed in the future to Liverpool. And we've heard these rumors for over a month. Say Liverpool, but some Crystal Palace defender, your friend Magui. But Rich, my question and say, during this summer transfer, look at how Liverpool has been swift in getting players, our offensive players. You can say Liverpool Ugo Eketike, Eddie, how many weeks no more? You can say Liverpool Florian Wirtz, Eddie, how many weeks no more? So they've been swift in the way they do their business when it comes to the front line. But there's a big problem with Liverpool centre halves, you know. Obia Otiemi, go and check the last time Liverpool won friendly game. Rich, they won 3-1. When coach in AE Virgil van Dijk, who didn't play on the Nebeshen and I. Wataru under.
Why?
So they need to fix it.
I don't want to be.
That is the problem. And I am say, oh, Liverpool are doing fantastic signings. So Liverpool are vibrant summer transfers in him. But I also think say they are not paying attention to team no baby or more lacking maybe. Now Rich, apart from defenders, let's come to the midfield. Last season, Chelsea for resume was said the counter argument for the best DM in the Premier League was Amantia friend Ryan Gravenberch. But Ryan Gravenberch ain't known DM. But he had to play that role. And he did it excellent. Rich, this is Liverpool among midfielders. Again, registered for this season. Now, in that DM role, say we Ryan Gravenberch or born last season now. The only person who me as a boy, I Wataru Endo, Jürgen Klopp and a ton of free Bundesliga in the mobile. But Rich, I don't tell the buyer. It was okay, say when you sort in the Premier League, sir. That is the reason why, even for Klopp, any other slot, they had to go in for Ryan Gravenberch and trust him with that position. Manu Susumuna so Liverpool are yet to buy a conventional DM. Then Ryan Gravenberch, what if Okupra? What if Okodik accumulated cards? And the balance that Liverpool are looking for, because they got away with it last season, you know. Rich, I also see one department. Let me give say they should have strengthened. But ever seen there, team Liverpool are after any known DM on the transfer market because probably Ryan was able to play. What if he's not consistent in that position? Who is even coming in to give him competition? Say the Ben and Nibe Brescia or Bobo Rono, and now that's what Rono they are chummy. Look, Ryan is playing this role. Say Frankie de Jong Air Bomber Barcelona. No. But Rich, why do you think say Frankie de Jong Virginia Park in this one? He wants to do his best as the number 6 for Barcelona because so our money here. Mark Casado and Mark Benemo now I have faith on Mutinechi and they will come and displace him. That is how you build a squad.
Mechanism say only fifi back when resist how you will pay. I'm a Liverpool for the Castle. That's what you are, McAllister and Butchmiabo. Cathy Jones and Bobo. You see, he's not available, they can play.
Rich. Yeah, the Liverpool come. We are talking about top elite football assembly. Liverpool ball Premier League, ball FA Cup, ball League Cup, ball Champions League. This is elite football. There is a limit to compromise. But this is elite football. Liverpool was semi-finals of the Champions League against Barcelona, Real Madrid. You need to get your number 6 right, and you compromise. We are elite football, Rich. This is and yet example, but we are talking about yes, we are talking about the optimum standard of football. And yet, sebi. If you come football elite. And so Liverpool Timito who go Iketike Florian Wirtz. Why must they compromise in their engine room? Why? They must get yes, sort it. Mr. We are not Ghana and Prido and Yeshe. No, this is elite. and we must say it as it is. Into which Liverpool are spending. They've done very, very well in the transfer market. But me say, you be close window no. Next season you be starting no. We've been doing this job for so long. We will come and stand here and then come out and say, I say but Liverpool didn't strengthen some weaknesses but they spent a lot of money. We will come here and say they will start playing the games, and when the results then after the year realize Liverpool spending they didn't strengthen some key department of the game lucky. Now Rich, let's come to the Alexander Isak issue. And me who will live score say Anthony Gordon aka sasem we na me say I also almost try no solve the issue in free or fast. Rich, Anthony Gordon a player for Newcastle. Na Newcastle Asian tour. Na Anthony Gordon was given the mic and Obusane say Charlie yeah wa bontin na what team Isak issue yi. What is going on? Rich, listen to Anthony Gordon. I understand what Alex is going through. I feel for him. The club is going through a lot. I hope everyone gets what they want in the end. Rich, what about you? I say, Otiasia de Abanti Efan Alexander Isak go through no. Otiasia de Okum no. Na club no so any nam no man bebre mu. Na ne mpa ebo ne say by the time you be wi asem no. Na obi anya de ope na asumdwaba. Rich, the moment a player comes and say, look, baby you do it's about obia ni interest. And obia seems to be standing where Ojina. Let's find a way na yan rocky idea way now be anchoring him. Now Rich. Yes, Liverpool had a first bid of 100 million plus. Ako ama Newcastle are rejected. Then the conversation outside they say, oh, Alexander Isak no krano, I didn't see Newcastle for omoton aboarding sir, and that the guy doesn't deserve. Say Newcastle for April 150 at the Alexander Isak and by the son and the didn't do 150. Now Rich, this is me opinion. I respect those people their opinion. Say almost say Isak can do, I respect it. Obia on a ginger. But me my ginger. Number one, Newcastle and for Alexander Isak and to transfer list so. And mina mikuta me japade. Minkasa meton. And ebuon na so. Now because a japade ni nipenti. Na ye ni slave trading enti no. Se ofa kwa ibi so. Na udada nipako na nipako ni beka che me say minim say won ka say wo beton me nemo ni jam ma me nkwa. Rich, then we should understand say Newcastle is moving from a position of mentono to force netomiko. So what Newcastle as if it's appointed her, then you appreciate on price tag. Mimsadia make what masia. Which yet yes is here. Ebia wo bibi. Mepe. But watch be what bedroom man did watch be bow. Nice watch. I'm rich. Watch it mepe. So I watch it. Madam for be crying the free about children. Mrs. So a sombo mammy. Many am I can say me tongue. Then my fucker be swa. Na afe you have to move forcefully. Yes, what open. You have to move forcefully from giving me the watch. Na mento. Which me jini say adia wakumemu. Beso beton. E bo say na beton na mami.
What the book is say na be cry be scare ni pa no.
That is it.
No amba on cry bi.
That is it. Enti Alexander Isak Newcastle issue no. It is from a position of mentor player no to now they are being forced to sell. And if that is it there, then you must at least respect their pricing of the situation. Number two, Rich, You know, say football in Europe, or transfers. But Rich, when it comes to the English markets, if a player like Ishak is moving from Newcastle under these circumstances to Liverpool, it can't be cheap.
And Newcastle,
some people who say, I'm going to still the others who were Newcastle said, you're Newcastle under my action.
The 4 team.
Look, it is a club owned by Saudi Arabia.
Most culture, I mean,
they have money. They have money. And look, they want to move into the category of big elite club. And see, including how they sell players, must depict that. Look, and now my boss been a strong Liverpool fan. And then I catch him and say, oh, Ishak near Penona. Yanina Rias ya go in the mind. And I'm saying, look, to tap someone up comes with consequences. The fact that Wagogo in the mind means say you've given him your trust, say you will come for him. And see the branch in the Newcastle, oh yeah, say they be on himself Liverpool beba. What if Mose ye buy ye ntimi bono nti ye jane? Then not the way of all church no. How will it finish? Assuming the Isaki Rich, Subaya order they just to have a move to Liverpool. Na Liverpool show ye buy and a boy no boy ye ntimi anto. Which are necessary. It is sometimes when you tap a player up, Rich, it gives you extra responsibility, so you go all out for the player because it is part of the trust in tier. All dance has to buy Nedino. Me, I know Liverpool will go again, and I know they will find an amicable solution. Senior Anthony Gordon Ekano, even at a point, Rich, I expect team a friend in Newcastle to say, look, we've drained this issue enough. Yes, so young go 150 nim now probably around 135. No mumpe add-ons be or I easy be na achieve na young get a move na young ko nim now Rich link to Alexander Ishak issue no. Newcastle him said they are losing him. And when omu James omu belusu abanti friend Ishak no, their first priority was go Iketike Liverpool akofa. So they now have to turn attention to compete with Manchester United on a brand friend Benjamin Sesko because they need to replace Ishak. And no power, Rich. They be say more mutie when we are doing foreign analysis, you know. Mamin Kase Mincho. Yeah, Ghana. The truth of the matter is what we give you a knowledge of research. Because untimin can't tell me Ayala meti kumase tech. Say, I want to me thinking what is happening with RB Leipzig player of Slovenia. I want me demo tech. No, I can't know. But the tell Jimmy this, I will tell you what is exactly happening. I had the power of my research. And until Rich make us say, Debbie Adano. Say, who didn't come out about player beer? Say, unya source from the Chroma. And it's very, very important because omuni nete. Akwa se Ghana ha. Na yesi kudusu ko baby. Ana say yesi Thomas Partey in Pempe and Kofoya worried about him for no kwe. If Ziga, I want Thomas Partey nam de biano. And like to me Ayala say Ayala Partey obeko Turkey. Se me trope even UK, Spain, any journalists, you know, once they see that this is coming from a trusted Ghanaian journalist, they will believe it. Rich, send them best amiko. Anopawe. Miwawana. Mikopie Delo a newspaper. Slovenia. Baby Abranti Efeno, Benjamin Sesko Ofrino. And Rich, you scan through. I won't say internet ring but there's any problem. You scan through their page and Ahomachino, they posted this information because the internet is not working. Okay, good. you translate what they are, because on what trading womu kasem. Rich, okay. The football world is closely following the transfer activities regarding strikers in England, with the first domino knocked over by Benjamin Sesko, who has chosen Newcastle. This is from Gaelic Netch, our Choma Delo in Slovenia, one of the most trusted journalists in Okomo. And all inform you of your oh, Benjamin Sesko now, more can answer me. I don't free. No credit say, Abantian Etus say, Obeko Newcastle. Now, Rich, I do not know for a fact whether a Champions League football. I do not know for a fact, and I will not state it. But we are sure it will be one of the reasons.
Sure.
Number two, I think say I believe the phone who say Sikano or open, and how they want it. Newcastle for better me a cheer than Manchester United. You get it. Mo sika sem and mo Champions League money no. And the way you go around discussing as about the meetings dodo.
Oh niska. O ka se fa play and mami no. And o crown na ka so when you meeting.
Fantastic.
Only Champions League.
Fantastic.
Oh kwa keska pudu na ekuta.
What you say?
O go good player na masa 70 money na.
Rich, beyond that. Who said Sergio Mbaye no? So when we interviews our grantier, he seems to paint a certain picture. Say, as a man, you cry no move overpay players no do.
Sure.
Player sebi mubia on said that ye bibia near tam bam 250 near tam 350 near the above so on any time the end sir. So imagine say Sergio comes into the team. Our problem is how much you are paying Sancho, who is English. Our problem with how much you are paying Rashford, who is English. Rich. Benjamin Sesko, how much would the Manchester United board agree? Say compared to the kind of discussions, personal terms, I will bet team Newcastle. First, no bet me the same picture na me dem ano. Eddie Atoso. So I no pay. Say na only 50 a discussion. Sky a confirm story. They say no correct. Newcastle for Eddie bid cop. And it is around 65.5 million pounds plus 4.3 add-ons.
I want for a business.
That is it. You want the player, you go in, you put the money down. I understand a graphic anymore. Okay, then let's move on. It's Rich. My Tottenham Hotspur. Rich. And Kakanga Tottenham Homebay Edjuma Rich and Thomas Frank or Shishani Omaba. And this is where I finish, but I'm very, very interested. Probably in the next 3 minutes, I'll be able to finish. Rich Tottenham added Thomas Frank Bayern in his first interview, and I'll say the intention is to play aggressive, front-footed football. I know the ethos and history of the club is massive on attacking football, and there is so much attacking talent in the squad. I am very excited about that. Thomas Frank Bayern Rich or say obebo aggressive football, front foot says odu be gina toe to toe abo. Na onim say Tottenham Hotspur a club be a pair attacking football and South Pepe no babebo. But Rich, you nim say these English coaches, whether or you like this over attacking football, said dear Rich on for the balance in Niagara because or you English and see obeso bobo no konenim. But the balance inside the defensive transitions when even he's playing attacking football on Niagara. Now Thomas Frank Bayern Rich what to players Yankasa Kudus no na besa no we besa. Now yeah to say team a friend Tottenham Hotspur, and this is when they played Arsenal under Thomas Frank. They've beaten this Arsenal team already. Rich, their next move is Abrante FN João Paulinho. And only the reason why I think this is big for club your friend Tottenham Hotspur. Rich, this guy of the Premier League in him and a call Bayern. Time and of the Premier League in him no. Rich, he was the best tackler in the Premier League. Per numbers. See I say Bow opponent were Kojima at Fulham. Not Otu Obia. At the time and João Paulinho every Fulham in the Premier League, Ako Bayern no Premier League nim Obia nim Borgi and Chino. Well, in Bavaria for no. Rich, Okoye the cultural shock, because Thomas Tuchel ne tono. Thomas Tuchel tono because not only no Premier League nim when I know Chelsea. Yo, I didn't call and Thomas Tuchel Nanka ko check our Bayern. And a branch ko can't see now or to tune near. Tottenham is coming back for the best tackler in the Premier League as and when he was leaving. Now, Rich, Sir Tottenham the Paulinho be set him say Kima. It means or no Visby Suma any Papa Samu Ewo Fifio Wadrigo Bentakemo will be forming a very, very formidable balance for the attacking football now. Thomas Frank Epese Omobono. And for me, Sesko on this transfer, but Rich, this is a big transfer in the Premier League. Now, my family last words, and everyone wants to buy an air tono because we're in the first medical. But I went to a friend of Pavlovich Akupra. You see, when you fracture on the eye socket in him, or better keep it 3 to 4 weeks. Until you how I know my basic Rich, my last words is on this guy. If it's embarrassing, I have been fortunate to watch players play live. One of them a song. Now me catch you, and I think I've told you before. Rich, you've watched players on TV. You admit Omunim Bobo.
I ran a live.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
that is the match I watch live. Educational City Stadium. Stadium one maybe I catch you say you never want to we have ball and 50 you first time prepare him reach you stadium wa you kwatena say na was started there e really bo stadium one nyina air condition say trim wotena say wachi baby a sit in wachi ni wo there's air condition house ni wo na cool rich obi a wodi yen ni Korea ebo no. By from the 75th minute to the 90th minute, I want you not to go just because of this guy called song. Rich, onimbo watching say no one will TV in the summer.
Okay,
the guy is like a monster on the like Obama Jimon and you too direct, me dribbling the cuff. Oh my God, didn't you meet this song? What I say, Rich, never share Rafael. Mashe João Felix, Mashe Cristiano Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva in the Ghana against Portugal, and I was impressed with them. But when I watch song, Rich, the guy is a monster. 10 years and obedi. Medical becheche muntina menche wo ho no. Mabeka chem say, na Tottenham Airco Asia. They were first going to China, then they will move to South Korea. Omobo Arsenal. No. This is Tottenham. Omobo Arsenal, China. Then they will play Newcastle, Korea. Baby a song every no. And a match no more on Sunday way. And anopa. And then why in the press conference? And I need to just say this is going to be the last match. So look at the story of Korea. What about Tottenham 10 years? He decided to announce all free Tottenham after 10 years on the Chrome. And Rich, the reason why it is so, and he said in the contracts, set Tottenham Airco Asia, no, he was part of it. And Rich, open video way, you react Odru South Korea so airport on. They know say their superstar is in town. A man, especially Odru almost see airport one. If all the video no go anymore. Rich, it is mad. Oh, you saw some of the pictures. As for Munsu,
superstar is back home.
He is going to Los Angeles. And last time, Mekacho said, Uko Asia, Upe baby a Korea for wapa apart from Mukoma a US. in terms of population distribution no above from krom ankasa no baby a Korea for our pa US US also so rich baby pa Los Angeles 320,000 South Koreans and it's acronym and a strategic buying and they are bringing their hero to metropolitan a lot of Koreans so you'll be saying goodbye Rich. The numbers are good. 454 appearances, 173 goals, 101 assists. That is magical for Abante Fene song. Now Fifi say or a legend and I say on your legend.
Tottenham.
Fifi
Tottenham no obey.
He's a full-blown legend of Tottenham. Full-blown.
Osado crowd the 12 in a week.
Exactly. Full-blown.
Okay, Emrefi na.
I mean, my code na yen trust na yen nifi en common.
Emi di en common bi enu a.